Ugh. I'm alive. I'm here. I actually almost lost track of time. I'm a little tired today. Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Sharts, Kingdom Flarts, Lord Farquaad, that stuff. I'm gonna call the guys in just 1 second. Let me turn off the music and get this off the screen. Let me just give them a call now. Gotta hit the button. Hello.
There we go.
How's it going?
It's alright, I was just reading about the $2 trillion that gone out of crypto in these last 30 days.
Hooray, I love crypto.
Well, I mean, you should. If you love crypto, then boy howdy, you'll love how getting rid of all of the regulation has now massively plummeted the market.
I'm shocked! Shocked!
Who could have seen that coming?
Nobody could have seen it coming.
Mind you, before you get into anything, I do want to say, it's been, when you see like the early onset signs of dementia, old people, you're talking to someone and they just can't remember what they did last week or said last week or what they might have, or what claims they might have made repeatedly on every single platform, basically every day for like a solid week
or longer.
I was going to say, sure, yeah, if they were like President of the United States, surely you'd be calling into question their mental faculty. Surely you would have of the last one.
We hear that dude's name.
Yeah.
I bring this up because, like, Trump has said today, within like the last hour, and I don't want this to just be the Trump has done this orange man bad thing, but he can't recall, nor can he believe he would call Volodymyr Zelensky a dictator. I'm like, I mean, you're lying, obviously, but my angle would be, oh, well, you're clearly mentally incapable. Let's get you out then. You're worse than Biden, because Biden could remember what he said. He just couldn't say it.
A lot of it was just his stammering more than me. But
anyway, it's just one of those things.
It's hard.
Obviously, it's a lie. It's a fucking lie, because it's out of Trump's mouth, so of course it's a lie. But, it's a perfect opportunity to say, hey, he's clearly not mentally capable, let's get him out.
Yeah, unfortunately our Democrats are all a bunch of pantyweights who won't do that. They're like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't think I should act right now.
I mean, do it now. Do it, or else. Or else Canada will be smart and shut off your fucking gas. You can't rely on Canadians being nice forever.
Honestly, Canada, please take me in. I don't want to be here anymore.
But, yeah. This has been a bit of an explosive week, because we had, two major, notable deaths, in the form of Gene Hackman, which is a bit odd, considering he just was found dead with his wife and his dog. So I don't know what that's all about.
No idea.
And also Monolith's dead.
Yep, Warner Brothers took the Monolith out back and shot him.
Oh, and Roberto Orsi died, but I'm not going to say I'm glad he's dead, but I'm not sad he's dead.
I am sad about the Wonder Woman game that we're never going to get. Man, Wonder Woman cannot catch a fucking break, can she?
I mean, oh no, she had maybe the best movie of the DCEU.
She did, and then she also had one of the worst.
Yeah, but see, I was smart and I never watched that one, so as far as I'm concerned, she was only in, the one good movie.
You know what? That's
true. Shit. I saw Batman v Superman and Justice League. I'm going to pretend I didn't see them, too.
You know what? You're just going to do what my dear leader does. I didn't do that. Yeah. What are you talking about? I never said that. Huh?
Yeah.
Never saw
I can't imagine a world where I would watch Batman v Superman or Justice League.
That would never happen. I would never.
Oh yeah, so I guess semi-related for but me and a friend came to the conclusion about Firefly. The Joss Whedon show.
I never cared about that, so that's why it took me a second. My brain, not even kidding, was trying to think, okay, hold on. Is there a superhero named Firefly that I'm not, ringing a bell with? There probably is.
I mean, there's a Batman villain.
I know there's the Batman villain. I was like, okay, Batman villain, Maybe there's something else.
No, it's the connection of Joss Whedon. That's what you were looking for. But yeah, we realised that people only like Firefly because it's bad Cowboy Bebop.
I think you've said this to me before.
Probably. The other thing is,
I said, I never.
Well, I think the other thing, it was kind of just a conversation, but it was also everyone goes, oh, everyone likes the dialogue in Firefly. And to be fair, it kind of makes sense because it's like Buffy, where everyone's a snarky wise ass, and you're like, oh, that's kind of a unique twist on the whole thing. You know, you think it's a gimmick, and then you realize, oh, it's not a gimmick, it's just all he can write.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I actually really did like Buffy back in the day. Like, I really liked
that's
it.
another thing. I don't know if you saw that. The actress who played Buffy's sister has also died.
Yeah, that's really that one. I was like, oh, I was like, holy shit, she's only fucking 39 too.
Yeah. So you know,
she's not that much older than me, which is terrifying.
Yeah. It's always sad. It's one thing when it's like, you know, Gene Hackman, who's in like his 90s or whatever, is dead. Another thing when it's like, oh, that person's near my age. Uh-oh.
And they're not that old. I'm gonna sound cruel, but like a lot of times when someone who's pretty old passes away, I'm like, oh, that's a shame. But that's kind of it, because once you hit a certain age, it's like, okay.
When you're in your 90s, yeah. If you're not directly tied to them, it's like, well,
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's just
sounds cruel, but it's like that's nature for now.
Until the robot parts come in.
I mean,
but
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I get the chance, I'll stick in my brain in a robot body, and then I'm going to, you know, destroy the technology so nobody else can do it.
You're kidding me? I would love to be a cyborg robot man.
Yeah, but I'm going to destroy the tech. I'm going to be the first Doctor, and then I'm going to immediately destroy the tech, or I'm going to, like, you know, it's going to be like Captain America's, like, super soldier serum. I'm just going to kill the guy who invented it, like, immediately, so it's like, only I get this. This is mine now.
But,
Aha!
Live for today.
But, you know what, I because I can't get out of my head. So how do you feel about Venom?
Oh, right, I mean, I don't care. Like, I've kind of gone past the point of outrage about Paul, because it's like, like, we've discussed to death, like, how the Marvel editorial is just terrible. Because, like, or at least the Spider-Man editorial is terrible. And consistently terrible, and they're so terrible that they can even be, like, staring at, like, cold hard figures in the face of, hey, look, a Spider-Man book that, like, stars Peter Parker and is
at this point, it's at a spite, honestly.
But that's the point, because Ultimate Spider-Man does so well in terms of, like, sales and outperforms ASM, and it's just, yeah, it's everything that Marvel editorial is trying to keep ASM from being, and it's like, that clearly has an audience. So at this point, it is just stubborn. No, we're right and you're wrong, and we'll make sure that nobody is reading this book just to prove how right we are. So we'll double down on Paul. Paul forever. Paul in everything. When Paul going to be an Avenger? I did see they're making Ultron an Avenger.
By the way, I saw the and the funny thing is, I saw the Venom, the Venom design. I'm gonna call it Venom because it's fun.
It's just Venom with gold, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to make me look at a Venom design and, like, not think anything about it is cool. And even I could find something in the fucking Scorpion one.
Well, it's just because it's lazy. It's like the only difference in terms of that is it's just gold instead of white, and gold and black is not a stronger color contrast as black and white on paper or in, like, ink is.
And also my brain's like, why gold?
Yeah, like, it's not a color he's associated with. One of those things where if it was gold because if it was like black and gold because it was like, oh, a character whose costume or design is associated with gold, like, you know, when those times we've done it with Wolverine where he becomes black and yellow, and you're like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, it's just Venom, but he's black and gold because gold is better than white, I guess.
And Zeb Wells must be so happy to see himself as Venom.
I don't know, he's probably still bitter about the divorce.
I mean, considering how much he keeps writing cuck storylines.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if that's anger at this point. I think it's just a fucking kink. Maybe that's why she left him. It's like, listen, I'm not into this. Please stop. I really like it, though.
I'm not into this, which is why I'm going to give you your fetish.
Well, no,
Well,
she just
who knows?
leaves completely. But
Well, anyway, it's a dumb idea, but it's once again we can chalk it up to dumb ideas, the dumb things that Marvel has done this week.
it still made me crack up because it's like right on the heels of the whole Gwen Stacy thing. It was like another like shot in the arm for that just it made me giggle. It was fucking funny.
Man, if Fantastic Four bombs, I guess, still keeping on Marvel, can we finally get rid of Feige?
I know Kathleen Kennedy's gone now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I mean, well, guess we'll have to find someone new to hate for Star Wars, or maybe not. Maybe just Star Wars could be dead now for another couple years.
Something tells me that one's not happening.
Well, yeah, because they lost $1 billion making a fucking shitty hotel that nobody was going to be able to afford to spend any time in.
Yeah, I mean, we've made fun of that.
$5,000 for 2 nights.
We've made fun of that forever. Not that we
know.
should. Not that we shouldn't. It makes sense, but God.
It's once again, it's a terrible idea that's only exists because people who have literally zero understanding of the real world or people and people's actual circumstances make these sort of decisions. Because people go, well, Star Wars is popular, so people will surely pay a lot of money to go and spend time in a Star Wars themed hotel, ignoring the fact that usually if people go to Disneyland, they only spend time in the hotels to sleep.
Yeah, it's that point A to point B thing. Like, I remember when I went years ago, like as like a senior trip in my high school. Like there was like an arcade at the hotel we were in, which I didn't really spend money on because I was being careful with my cash. Because it's like, okay, if I really want something, I want to make sure it's like something, especially if I'm gonna buy something. Mind you, we were given like these essentially meal tickets essentially. So I didn't have to like keep money for food unless I just wanted to buy something for the fuck of it. But they were like, it was like you could only get them at certain places and shit like that. And like there were certain like designated like days where we would be taken to a thing where we would eat there. But I still was like, okay, especially when you're a teenager with only like I only had like money I made by working a part-time shitty fast food job. So like I wanted to be frugal with it. Like, I think like the biggest expensive thing I bought there was actually that fucking Yuffie play arts that I own, and I think that was like $50, 60. It was like around there. Remember the old play arts weren't not very expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say modern play arts that'd be like 100, 200.
Yeah, and they're like not even. So like I have one modern play art. I have the Dragon Quest Elena one. And they're just not as good as they used to be. Like, not as good as they used to be. I mean, like, they're not as good as what their price tag entails.
Yeah.
As someone who collects figures. Like, they are probably about... They're slightly above, I would say, like, a Marvel Legends figure. Like the,
Yeah. Hey, Sabo.
Hey, Sabo. In terms of quality. But, like, there's some posability issues like that. They're definitely not worth the price of like a fucking Figma and shit that they're like sometimes way more expensive than. So yeah, I'm not really too keen on modern play arts because I think they're way overpriced for what they are. Even when they had like their own like they made their plushies. I remember like I was looking at the Yuffie one and they wanted like $60 for it, and I was like, what the fuck?
$60 for the plushie.
For a Yuffie plushie. And I was like, I like Yuffie, but I'm not spending $60 on a Yuffie plush toy.
Then you don't like her enough, do you?
Yeah,
like,
right,
I mean, I spent.
If you were really devoted to Yuffie, you'd spend the money on that plush.
That's fine.
I wouldn't spend $6 on a plushie for Yuffie.
That's fine. It only cost me $30 for one from Asuka from Tekken, so. But yeah, it's that thing where I even like when I got the Elena, I was like, it was also kind of small. So like when I got her, and I was just like, if I was not a big fan of this fucking Dragon Quest character, I would be fucking pissed. Like, it came with a lot of accessories, but it's like, okay, cool. You gave me like the scissors weapon that she has, but why would I not give her the cat claw? Like that's her weapon. Like, why would I not? Oh, you gave me an orange slime that's hollow. Thanks. This is just clutter now. Whoop.
Oh, Sabo
died.
Sabo's mad about the orange slime.
Oh.
He loves the orange slime.
That was... Don't you dare speak ill of my son! Hello? Sabo?
Back.
Yes.
Were you offended because I insulted the orange slime?
No, I was switching to another version of Discord because it was overloading my CPU for some reason.
Holy shit!
Damn.
I liked my version better. I liked the version better that we made up, where you were just really upset about me talking shit about the orange slime.
It's fine. So when he gets his new computer, it's not like he got with his new car and he doesn't drive at fucking 100 miles an hour down the freeway.
You know what? I would have gotten away with it too if a cop wasn't there.
Yeah. Should have done it this year, then you would have been okay.
It's true!
I was actually... yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, I drove that back in December with my dad. He's like, don't speed. Don't speed. We weren't even in my car, so I couldn't go that fast.
Okay, Dad. I won't speed. Goes 100 miles.
Oh no, he's become Bobby Hill.
That car couldn't go 100 miles.
Sorry.
We were in a big, completely loaded down SUV, so it wasn't going particularly fast.
That's the one that only hangs out around Frady cats. Right, Bonsai?
Hit the gas hard enough, you can hear the engine explode.
There it is.
Yeah, well.
Must be a Frady cat around here somewhere.
Also, some guy almost ran us off the road.
Simba, do something.
I mean, New Jersey, so I just assumed
Yeah, I was
that's normal.
just like, well, I mean, that is Jersey.
I was in Virginia by then, so...
Oh.
Oh, it's Virginia. I assume that's just normal.
Could be.
After all.
I mean, Virginia is where I got that speeding ticket.
Oh, hi,
Come to
Ghost
think of it,
Scar.
come to think of it, it's also where my mom got pulled over when I was on a family trip with her when I was a kid, so I guess Virginia cops just like pull people over.
Rafiki was right.
Not anymore, they don't.
Simba's still unsure?
I'll see. I'm going to DC tomorrow.
You think there's someone
Oh.
I'm
Good
taking
luck.
the train though, so I'm not driving.
Oh, good luck.
Runaway train never comes
Go.
back.
Go on, my son. You know what to do. You have your orders.
I mean, I'm going into the Capitol building, so
Probably shouldn't make this joke then.
no.
Haha. No, Mr. NSA. Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? They've been defunded. They have enough people to watch us anymore. They're all too busy writing emails telling Elon what they did last week. We're
Meanwhile,
safe.
the air traffic control guys aren't around, so the planes are just flying into everything.
Yeah, we could literally make whatever terrorist plots we want, and there are no NSA people to stop us.
Finally, I'll steal all the ice cream. No one can stop me.
Man,
It's going to be a rocky road for you.
That's actually a really good one.
yeah, you should.
I'm
Please be careful.
I'll give you points for that pun. That was pretty good.
Thank you. I think that's the only time I've ever been given points for one of my puns.
I'm like, yeah, it's a rocky road for you. I chuckled.
Look at it. Yeah, all right, let's steal it.
No one will ever know.
I mean, that is what I was told in comedy school.
What if you hear a nice joke, just steal it?
Like if you hear a nice joke and the person saying it isn't also a comedian, steal it.
Damn. It makes sense.
Or you could just be Joe Rogan and just say everyone stole your jokes but never make any actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
well.
could.
He's too high. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah. He says it's like if you're hanging out with a friend by yourselves and he says something funny and your friend isn't a comic, then yeah, it's yours. Just make sure they're not at the show you say it at, or else he'll be annoyed.
Or just like slightly change the wordings and hope they're dumb.
7, 8, 9. Stole my joke.
Yes, that was the one big advice I got, and also how to handle hecklers, which was don't be Michael Richards.
What did Michael Richards do?
There was basically.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was basically like his own. He's like, you see what Michael Richards did? Don't do that.
Do you not know, Dan?
No.
Okay, so you know the episode of South Park where Randy Marsh says a no-no word? So Michael Richards is, well, his parody is in that episode, having sympathy for Randy, because he may have also said a no-no
Oh,
word.
yeah. As soon as you said the Randy episode, I was like, oh, okay.
I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I remember the family joke where Peter takes Cleveland to the comedy show.
You can also
He's like,
remember.
Yeah,
You can also.
yeah, Cleveland. This guy was on Seinfeld. He's like, oh boy, this is gonna be so fun, and then that's the joke.
Yeah.
Remember, you can also refer to it as the gamer word.
Can we? I don't want to, because I don't want to get involved in that whole 80% speedruns nonsense. Like, it's too competitive.
Yeah, I think we've been beat.
Frame 1, drop a slur.
I'm going to say the gamer word!
And like actual black guys apologize for using that word around me.
That's nice of them.
And I'm like, why? He's like, what is it? He's like, I'm like, you're the black guy.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I allowed to be? Am I supposed to? He's like, nah. It's all right. You don't need that kind of language around. You don't understand. And he wasn't like being mocking. He was being like completely sincere.
Oh well, you know.
Huh.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that he feels that way, but you know, it's what it is. I don't think I've ever heard any of my black friends use that word.
Mine do. But like, I don't have any. I have nothing to add to that. Just they do. Whatever.
I mean,
I went to ghetto college, so.
True. Also, I thought you'd be full of like the Italian slurs, considering you know.
Hey!
Considering I live in mafia country.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, we don't encourage the Italians to get angry.
Hi.
But you never know who they might be connected with.
I mean,
More Italians.
yeah, but generally. Oh no, what will they do? Change sides when they start to lose? True. That's how you can tell if someone's a true Italian or not. They start to lose and like, no, I was always on your side.
What? No, I'm your buddy. I'm your friend. I'm your pal. Hey!
Mussolini who? Never heard of him.
That's silly.
He was some crazy communist guy, I think.
Hey.
Nope, that's the Italians pissed off.
Vinegar peppers.
The beautiful thing is, the American Italians won't be pissed off because they don't even know their own history.
It's true.
No, they don't.
They only know American history.
They don't, but they were treated like they do, so.
Hey, I have my Italian heritage, okay? What can you tell me about the Renaissance? The what? Who's
What the
Renee?
fuck are you talking about? Wait, why are you talking about my sister Renee? Eh?
Well, the reason Italian Americans cling to their non-existent Italian heritage because they barely know anything about it so hard is because they were treated like not very well when they first came here.
It's similar.
Nobody who went to America is treated very well when they first get there.
It's similar to the whole thing with people with like Irish heritage thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I know. My great grandfather was one of them.
Same
Yeah,
actually.
Hey, my grandfather was Irish. I'm more Irish than you.
Yeah, but did he come over here or did he stay in Ireland?
I mean, he came over to England.
No, I mean like when Irish people came to the U.S., especially in the New Jersey area, they were treated like garbage because they had funny accents for some reason.
mean,
My grandfather would they'd fire him the day after Christmas and then hire him at the beginning of the next year, so he wouldn't count as having worked there for more than a year, so he didn't get any perks. And they did this like 10 years in a row. They just kept firing him and rehiring him, so he was considered a new hire, and they never had to pay him more money.
Yeah, so in Jersey, you can fire somebody legally just because you feel like firing them. You don't need to give an actual reason. In fact, it's better if you're being an asshole to not give a reason, because then they can give you shit. But if you just be like, oh, well, we just fired him. Oh, okay.
man, I like living in a place that's got workers' rights.
I can't relate. The only way you're safe is literally if you're in a union job. And even that's questionable sometimes.
And there was no union for his job back in the 1950s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he did not have union protection.
Man, get workers' rights, you guys. You know what? Get healthcare too while you're at it.
Oh, that sounds like communism! Oh, so I almost forgot to equip... I literally until just now I forgot to equip the fucking pumpkin wand, or key.
Yeah, you should get on that. That's a good keyblade.
Oh, it's on now.
It seems even your daddies abandoned you.
Also, my barber died.
No, that's sad. Wait, your barber wasn't Gene Hackman, was he?
No, he wasn't Gene Hackman.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I went to go get a haircut, and it was like the store was closed. And like, why they closed on a Thursday morning? Oh, it's like because he's being laid out.
Damn.
That's a shame.
So I was like, one, that's sad. Also, that's annoying because I need a haircut.
So, you know what I hate? You know what I hate is that you saying this and everything reminds me I also need to get a haircut.
Oh, and your barber is also dead.
No, I hope not.
Knock on wood.
Now you're making me wonder. Like, uh-oh.
Oh, but, no, yeah, but my first thought was, oh man, I can't believe he's gone. And secondly, oh man, he's not here to give me a haircut.
Now you have to go and find a new barber.
Well,
he has a partner and other guys in the shop, so I just gotta go back. They're closed for the next couple days because he's gone.
Alright, well, clearly what you need to do is learn necromancy.
I'll just have to go to DC looking like an unkept bum.
I mean, you'll fit right in, buddy.
I was about to say the same damn thing.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, my hair can't possibly be worse than the guy that's in the White House.
Yeah, now they'll just think you're a local.
Simba!
And then they'll just go, you poor sir, I give you money. We don't have any because we're all poor in DC.
It's no use. I'll
Man.
never be the king my father was.
Get a better capital,
Simba.
Guys.
That's not what you're supposed
Simba,
to
like,
do.
oh man, I'll never be the king my father was.
You can
Your
only
king
be you.
should have like killed Scar
Everybody
ages ago.
believes
I'm just saying,
They
Simba.
just want to see what you'll do.
I mean,
And if anyone's saying they liked your
I mean, it was
father
very
better,
clear.
It's because you
oh,
haven't
that
done
reminds
much
me
yet.
of
That's
I got
all.
mad at a boss fight before we started this.
You can't
Do
kill a
something.
person just
I
because
can't.
they.
He's king!
Alright, Saber, how much do you care about, like, mild Daybreak 2 spoilers?
Why stick around if he's not even
not too
gonna
much.
try?
Alright, so I'm at a point where I've got to fight the evil twins who are replacements for Nadia and Swin. And what if they actually were villains? So they're really fucking annoying. And anyway, they've got a nuclear bomb. And you have to beat them both at the same time, because if you leave one alive, they'll detonate it. And like and of course they don't tell you this at the first run through, because why would they? That makes sense. So anyway, after you beat one of them, it triggers a cutscene where you just watch the other slowly start death. And I'm like, half of you have guns, just shoot this child in the face. Like, if you don't shoot this child in the face, like, you're actively worse than the villains you claim to hate. Just shoot them in the face. They're right there trying to nuke you and your friends. Just shoot them in the face. You have
Help me
guns!
see clearly.
but no,
My
have to
father
knock them both out at the same time. I'm like, this would be so much easier if you just shoot that child in the
The
face.
game doesn't tell you have to knock them both
Everyone
out at the
here
same
in
turn.
the Pride Land
No,
see
not the first time round because there's a time. Because I guess I could also reveal there's a time loop mechanic.
Oh, is
So-
that like how people get killed and then rewound? I knew about that.
Yeah,
You all want what's
so that's the
So
gimmick of.
what,
The,
so what happens if you do it right the first time? Nothing.
I mean, I assume it just.
You know,
I assume it just triggers as normal,
Oh.
but it doesn't tell you to eliminate them both at the same time on the first run. You have to go back and
Wait and see.
then be told. You know, it's really great. Love this mechanic of, oh well, you failed. Time to rewind time. Even though it's all like stuff where you're designed to fail because there's no other path forward. So, yeah, you just go into this unwinnable boss fight, lose, and then have to then characters go, well, that's bad. Anyway, let's go and do this other thing we could have done.
You're coming too.
It's kind of like if every major boss fight was like the end of Cold Steel 4 if you didn't do the side quest. You know, the one that changes the ending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so imagine if like every boss fight was that where you win but also you don't, and then you have to go and do it again.
Where's Simba?
Well, maybe not every boss fight, but man.
I've come back, Nala.
But yeah, I've been mostly playing that throughout this week. Sonic 3's finally come out for me, so I will watch that again at some point, probably the weekend, because a friend will want to watch it.
Way to go, Simba!
These fucking Scar ghosts.
Scar ghosts everywhere. I mean, I love how the resolution to this is basically Donald just calls Simba trash, and then Simba's like, "Wow, I can't believe I'm so lucky to have friends like you guys."
Yeah, that cutscene played not too long ago. This is
Yeah,
after
literally
that.
how that entire resolution is. Donald's like, "Man, this guy's dog shit trash."
It's like,
I
wow,
hate
you're a
him.
little bitch, aren't you?
And Simba's like, "Man, I'm so lucky to have friends like you."
Thank you, Donald, for calling me a little bitch.
You bitch. Pussy.
The timing of the timing.
Not happy about Donald Duck calling him a pussy.
Pussy.
I mean, it's hardly the worst thing Donald Duck has called someone.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna say the worst thing Donald Duck has called somebody. Do not believe those gaslighting subtitles.
I can't believe Donald Duck called Daffy Duck a nagger.
Just like South Park, we'll just do some gaslighting. We'll do a little gaslighting. Oh, that whole thing was so funny.
You know what? We need that. We need that. We need another movie with Donald Duck voiced by voiced by Kramer from Seinfeld. Bound together by their love of that one word. You back now, Sabo?
I think so. It's causing me strange problems for some reason today.
Are you using the app or the browser?
I've been using both, and it's been giving me trouble on both.
Damn. That is weird.
Also, I'm doing the behemoth fight now, or whatever it's called, the big fuck off Pride Lands fight.
Oh, yeah. I forget what it's called. The Rules of Nature fight.
The rules of nature.
No, I'm gonna reset this to see if that feels.
Good luck. Yeah, it's kind of not a very interesting fight. Like, it's got like the cool opening where you do like the whole jump reaction command chain.
It's a cool set piece. I do think I do like the set piece of it.
I think the main thing that sort of detracts from it is that the only the vulnerable point where the eyes can be a bit like difficult to hit if like the body when it falls it lands in a weird way.
Yeah.
I think if it had just been like, oh, it's only vulnerable on like the back, and you just have more opportunities to jump up there and fight, that would have been better.
I did get up there via the Simba limit earlier. But it is a really neat set piece. I do really like it.
Yeah. Probably one of the best revisits, just for having one of the best like end final bosses.
Yeah, it's the one I remembered the best out of all of them, I think, in terms of like the bosses at the second visit, other than like Jafar.
Plus, also, it's just unique to have a boss that's like as big as this is, outside of like super boss circumstances like Ice and Rock Titan in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah. Ah, damn it. I almost got to his damn eye and he leaped away.
Yeah, as I said, the eye is like in a weird thing where it's just actually
Here we
very
go. We got
tedious
the
to hit that.
We got the QTE thing again, so this will help. You know what I think about it? Someone who doesn't really like QTEs most of the time, I don't mind the QTEs in this game.
Probably because they are pretty quick, generally forgiving, and also it's only one button, so it's not like, oh, pause, so you have to memorize this sequence.
Yeah.
If you fuck up one sequence, and also that's the thing, they're never like instant failure ones.
Actually, the other one I don't mind. Guys, sorry.
They're not instant failure, and also like even if you do lose, it's like not a huge deal outside of like some very specific boss fights like Marluxia or Data Marluxia, where you want to hit the QTE to reset your Doom counter.
Yeah, I think like this game and like I think and strangely enough, the Yakuza is like the two that I don't mind the QTs in. Like I don't hate Yakuza QTs. I don't hate the ones here. But like most time in a game, and back when this game came out and they were a trend and they were just everywhere because Resident Evil 4, which was inspired by Shenmue, which I will not let people forget. I hated the QTs from most of the games, especially from this era, other than like this. And technically Yakuza, because the original Yakuza released in this era as well.
Yeah, I guess Yakuza 1 was 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Simba seems fine now.
Ha! The king has
Thanks for welcome back, Sabo.
The Pride Lands will not forget
They're dead.
Simba's courage, or the courage
Damn.
of those who fought.
Also, the rules of nature is gone.
Do you think your quest will
We've
ever
defeated
be
him.
over? I don't know.
Reverse mean
But
nothing.
I think as long as the Keyblade stays with me,
Well,
I'll have to keep fighting.
guess now it's time for Atlantica.
Never
Yes.
end.
No.
That
Yes.
No.
Yes!
No!
Never ever.
the secret to victory.
Can't
Well-
be.
I mean, here's the real problem, Sabo. We could probably fuck up his timing by distracting him with hilarious banter and comedy, but then that just means we're stuck in Atlantica more. So I guess we have to be completely dead fucking silent.
Your
There is no way to
fight
win.
continues.
The only way to win is to not play.
Well, I'm gonna
Till we meet
play.
Again, Your Majesty. I hope that's soon.
It's
It
over.
will be. So long.
Jover.
It's all over now.
Man, I loved the Lion Cub Sora design. It's so good.
Yeah, that's something I would like a plushie of.
Same. I know they're releasing a figure of specifically Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, like pretty soon. Wait a minute. How is Rafiki drawing Goofy and Donald in their regular forms? How does he
He's
know?
he's a magic ape. He's a magic monkey. He can see the future or something.
He's like,
Ah.
he's Magic Man. He knows everything.
Yeah. Like in the movie, he sniffs some fucking leaves and he's like, "Oh, I guess Simba's still alive."
You know, that's a good point. Alright. Time for more finny fun.
Right. Yeah. Then again, if Rafiki's so magic, why didn't you know Simba was alive from the start?
Yeah. Honestly, his magic kind of sucks.
I mean, his magic after that point is just I hit a hyena with a stick.
I'm gonna say his magic is I have hands.
Yeah.
I have
Fair.
opposable thumbs. I can punch people.
To be fair, sometimes that's all you need.
Did you know hyenas are actually more closely related to cats than dogs?
Yeah, I actually did know that.
Well, there we go then.
I didn't have anything to add to that. Just yeah, I did. That one I did know.
That's news to me.
I think I learned it because I got really into a casual geographic, and I remember him talking about it or mentioning it once, and a thing about hyenas.
I don't trust hyenas.
I mean, why?
Because I've seen The Lion King.
Yeah, fair. They do fucking like to goose step, so genuinely surprised that hyenas haven't been brought into this administration yet.
Right? Maybe they are. We just haven't seen them yet.
True. Maybe they're like the secret group of Musk's confidants who get to dictate everything.
It's Musk's secret plan.
Yeah, it's just
Army
those
of hyenas.
Musk's just like, hey, I've got these employees to fill in these spaces, and it's just those 3 hyena jackasses from Lion King.
So release the hyenas.
A point I must emphasize is, you won't get a sniff without me!
That is a fair point to say, speaking of not getting sniffs. Tesla's stocks are going down.
I'm shocked, shocked. Okay, I'm not that shocked.
Because the sales in Europe are down like over 50%. Turns out when you act like a Nazi, damages your brand image, and also when you release a card that won't pass like most basic safety checks in countries that aren't America.
Literally, the only reason it passes is because it's weird and it qualifies not as a regular car, so it doesn't need to go through those, which is really stupid.
Yeah, just hope you don't get hit by one, otherwise you're dead.
Like, the whole reason SUVs exist is literally just to bypass car regulations.
Yeah, we don't have those sort of things here. We have very different regulations. Ones that say your turn signals can't be red. They have to be amber. What a fascist dictatorship I live in. Where you have very clear visual...
God, I hate some turn signals just being in weird spots and shit. It drives me crazy, because I sometimes can't tell, or it takes me a second to realize if somebody has their fucking signal on or not.
Yeah, there's a reason why for most car companies it's fairly standardized where like turn signals are and what color they are. We have them as flashing amber, and they are in very specific locations. Precisely so. If you're driving at night or in fog or in any other kind of like visual impaired like ways, as soon as you see that light, you know what it means.
You quickly know, yeah.
And it doesn't conflict with like other lights you might see. What we call cat's eyes, but like the lights built into the roads.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
All very easy, simple things that I guess is Musk doesn't understand, because I know his engineers do, but I also know they're just told, do this or you die.
You do this or you're fired. Like they'll be like one engineer be like, yeah, but this is a problem. Well, I told you to do it, so do it, or you're fired.
No, you would just fire him straight there.
Oh yeah, just because they said that. Like, oh well, you're fired. Yeah. Anyway, next guy. Will you do it? Yes. Okay, good. You're not fired. For now.
But, he works like his 160-hour work weeks, which, if you actually work it out, means he has about 4 hours of sleep for it to be possible.
Maybe that's why
which is just also not the case.
Maybe that's why his eyes are so bottled and looking in different directions.
Maybe he's just constantly sleep deprived, and that's why he's insane.
Because his eyes are looking in different directions at all times.
No, he's just a billionaire with a tiny penis and a very fragile ego, so he needs everyone to like him, which is why he just feels the need to tell everyone, I'm so good at video games, you guys, look at my accounts that I totally piloted. The one thing he loves to brag about, his like fucking Diablo 4 achievement. You actually look into it, not only is it nowhere near like being oh, I was top 20 in the world. It's like, yeah, you were top 20 for this very specific time frame on this one very specific event, but also during
wasn't
that
even him.
event. Oh no, it might have been him, but the point is that during that event there was a glitch going on which multiplied damages into, like, I think actually the billions for like his specific build. So yeah, I guess it's a real accomplishment to win by cheating. Oh, Saber doesn't appreciate that. I mean, you're not going to appreciate it when I then say, let's ask Tom Brady what it feels like to cheat to win.
Lie, I cheat, I steal.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I thought I fixed the problem, but
Evidently not.
accidentally
Well,
it's dead. Well, I tried to end the process that was causing such a massive CPU drain. It turns out that process was this call.
weird. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
like a server thing.
I don't know what's going on, because I was on another call with somebody else earlier today, and this didn't happen, so I don't know exactly what the problem is.
That is weird.
Maybe it's Dan.
I'm guessing maybe Dan's computer is so powerful that it's just...
Let me try something.
My power.
Alright, let me. I've swapped the region of the call so it just goes straight through the US East. See if that, like. Oh, the US East server, so maybe it's like a server thing.
I remember yesterday my one friend was having a bunch of packet loss shit happen. Like, his internet was the thing, it was also like all over his internet stuff, so it was weird. Alright, Sebastian, we're here for the rehearsal.
So Saber, you got anything fun to talk about? We don't have to dwell on this shit.
I'm
No,
not
okay.
Aussie.
I mean, I'm taking a train tomorrow.
The seaweed is always greener.
I've been on a train in several years.
You know about the train. You know about the train etiquette, though, right?
Which is...
Oh, well, if you don't know, you don't know. You have to discover it. I can't teach you the ways. You have to learn them yourself.
Which is what? Don't talk to the person next to you?
Yes. You get on the train, you put your bags in the proper location, and if someone sits next to you, you don't interact with them at all. No matter how much they talk to you, you ignore that. You put your headphones in, regardless of you're actually listening to anything.
I was gonna say, that happens regardless if they're talking to you or not?
Yes. You ignore them.
Yeah.
And if they question, and if they try and catch your attention, you just say, Brecken's English. Or you say I can't speak English in some other language. And then you go back to your business.
That's what my grandma used to do when she'd get telemarketers. She was like, no hablo inglés.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they talk to her in Spanish, and then she let them rant in Spanish.
Yeah,
for
that's
about
why you
5
do
minutes.
German, because no one in America can speak German yet.
But her other friend would just pretend that himself was just coming in. He says, oh yeah, I'll get him, hold on. And he just put the phone down and walk away. And come back every 15 minutes to see if they were still there.
Yeah, sometimes you do catch people who who work for companies that have like a you don't hang up clause. You can actually hold them hostage.
He's like, I was like, I'm not going to hang up.
You hang up.
He's like, you're either going to hang up on me, or I'm going to leave this phone on all night.
Yeah, you called me, so you're taking the charge.
So, what do you think, Ariel?
See, Dan's got silent now because he's having to concentrate.
What I want to sing. I want to sing about how
Barry's dead either way.
can live in harmony.
It's okay, I passed that song. We're now past Under
But
the
everybody
Sea.
loves Under the Sea. That's like the highlight.
Yeah,
of the
except it's not sung by the guy who did it.
If you won't listen,
And also it includes lines by fucking Sora and Donald and Goofy. Why do they give Donald lines?
It's not like part of your world. Nobody liked that song. They were gonna cut it from the movie.
Only has that girl fallen in love at the worst possible time.
Yeah, well,
And then the guy who suggested that didn't work at Disney for very long.
love with a human?
I mean, let's not pretend Disney's always made some smart choices. When I look at Captain America 4, which is the number of times they had to reshoot the movie.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do 5 for 5?
I don't think we get a Captain America 5.
I mean, I don't think we're getting a Captain America 5, but Captain America 4 got shot so many times because you know, it was supposed to be their victory lap for Trump's inevitable defeat. It didn't happen.
I mean, I thought it got reshot because Disney have more money than sense, so they don't go in with like fun like scripts and then they fuck around.
Well, no. First they had to reshoot it to downplay that Israeli lady because, you know.
Why not just cut her? Like, I don't understand why she's still in, because it's like it's a pretty contentious subject, and I mean, it's especially contentious with the actor having a history with the IDF. And even if you're on Israel's side, you can see how it's bad optics. Like, and who's like, oh man, Sabra is my favourite character. Like, you know, the only story, I think, like, one of the only notable storylines that it featured Sabra involved Sabra trying to defend, like, an actual future Hitler who was a Jewish kid, so, you know. Like, the whole point of the story was, oh yeah, in the future, this guy will become a racist, horrible, ruthless, murderous dictator.
I know he'll be happy to have this back.
And Sabra's like, no, he must defend him.
Yes, but he's not a ruthless dictator yet.
Daddy.
So, you know, why do we need to pretend that Sabra is a character that anybody really cares about?
Because maybe she'll finally be that female character they've been wanting for so bad.
And
I mean, just
everyone
make,
likes.
I mean, it was pretty easy to just do, like, a female-led thing that, you know, you actually try with. Like, you know, doing a whole She-Hulk thing show where you just don't get the prospect of She-Hulk because, oh, well, Jennifer doesn't like being She-Hulk. I'm like, what? And then you spend all your time going, superheroes. Like, sorry, do you not know what thing you're working with here? Like, what subject matter you're adapting?
Milk was made for all the 30-something career women that felt put down by their jobs. Then they realized a little too late. You know, a lot of those people probably don't watch Marvel.
Hi, Ursula.
A lot of those people aren't going to watch that as well. It's like, if you just do you should have just done, like, a actual She-Hulk movie. And yet, I mean, hell, they should have done a Hulk movie. Man, I would kill for a good...
But they won't because they don't want to share their profits with Universal.
Yeah, and also because they completely ruined the Hulk character for Marvel because they've done this stupid Professor Hulk shit, which never works. Because the problem is when you do, like, Professor Hulk, you're like, oh, well, what if Banner just got over all of his emotional problems and learned how to control the Hulk? It's like, great, this character's got nothing now. Like, that's why we got rid of it before.
Yeah, it's basically at that point, it's just like, okay, well, Banner's arc's complete.
Yeah, like, what do we do now? Nothing. Oh, okay. Well, see ya. And then, yeah, like, Captain Marvel, I don't know, I never watched it, so I don't know if it's good or bad, but certainly Brie Larson was a contentious choice.
It might have worked if they allowed her to be a character, but they basically just... They wanted Captain Marvel to be like a volleyball with an angry face drawn on it.
And then, I don't know, Black Widows felt like a movie that should have happened like 10 years before it did.
I remember when they announced it, like right after the Endgame, we were all just like, why? The character's dead.
She's dead. So why are we doing this? Okay. Then also, you know, part of the other problem is all the other, like, really notable Marvel superheroines are, like, tied with teams. Or specifically tied with teams they were adamant about not doing anything with, like X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah. They're only now looking at the Fantastic Four.
Well, yeah, because they finally bought Fox.
I mean, they've been, like, apprehensive on it, because they've owned Fox now for a hot minute.
Yeah, but I think they had to wait for, like, everything they had in the pipeline to get finished before they could be like, okay, now we can actually use the stuff we bought 6 years ago.
We have a deal. Here you go.
So,
Ariel, don't!
Sora, please.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there were plenty of opportunities to make like a good female superhero, like female Marvel thing. I mean, hell, Wonder Woman existed. You can tell they were mad about Wonder Woman being the quote first female-led superhero movie. I mean, obviously not the first, because you still had Supergirl in like the 70s.
Hell, even then, it's not even the second because you have whether you like them or not, you have like Elektra and fucking Catwoman as well.
Yeah. And it's like She-Hulk would have actually been a perfect character to do something with, but they misunderstood the character and fucked it. And then like also hinge the entire like ending plot on the whole like fourth wall breaks, which is always just why. Like I know, haha, she broke the fourth wall, but that was always like more of just a one-off gag thing. It never actually like took part in any of the actual like serious storylines that were going on.
Yeah, she would fourth wall break typically in her own books when they were like written more comedically.
Are you the girl?
Yeah.
Please wake up.
But yeah, like when I didn't watch the She-Hulk show because I was like, okay, this is clearly not what I want, so and I just walked away from it because why care at that point?
Yeah, but therein lies the problem. If they're not going to care, and they can't expect anyone else to care, like, why would they then upset? Oh, nobody watches our like female-led stuff.
The problem is they're basically like, you don't care and you're not gonna like it, but it's your duty to watch it anyway.
You can't.
No.
That is literally what some people said.
Well, where did you come from?
They're
Well,
like, this isn't made for the average comic book fan, but it's their duty to watch it anyway because they've been putting down women for so long.
I do hate women. This is true.
That's my pendant.
I mean, when you've got such fine representatives for women, like actual rapists in the White House, and also we've allowed the Tate brothers, rapists and human traffickers, allegedly,
I want to help you.
to return to go back to the US, where I'm sure they will definitely return to Romania to face their charges.
100%.
I'm sure they'll get right on that.
Yeah, right on that.
I mean, I'm sure Romanian Batman will just drop in and skyhook them away.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? And when you have like famous NFL players making speeches at like a fucking women's college saying, I'm happy that all of you have got your degrees and everything, but the greatest thing a woman can aspire to be is a homemaker and is a mother and a wife and a homemaker. And I'm like, people think like this. People genuinely think like this.
Yep.
Makes me fucking sick. Some people, this is what I say, some people genuinely should just get castrated because like they don't deserve to procreate if that's like their attitude towards women. Because if they have daughters, God fucking forbid they ever encourage them to do anything.
The good thing is a lot of them won't have kids because no one wants to be fucking near them.
Unfortunately, some people do.
That's usually if they have money.
Red, never mind that career in medicine you wanted, honey. You should just go and find some guy who'll probably beat you half to death, but at least he'll put a baby in there.
That's all you're good for, according to them.
Yeah. And this is attitudes I've seen repeated. As I said, it was literally said by an NFL player whose name I don't remember, but also I don't want to remember because fuck that. He made a speech at a women's college. Fucking hell. I have a friend who works in America. He lives in America, and I don't know any of the names involved, so I just call this guy. I call the guy he talks about Larry, but Larry is a real piece of shit who beat his wife and then bragged about it. And I'm like, man, if I would just throw him out. I'd be like, you're not working here, regardless if I'm the boss or not. It's like, no.
It's like, no, you get the fuck out.
Get out, or I'll get you out.
Get out or get clubbed.
Hey,
which would you prefer?
I know we do a lot of dark jokes on this show, we take a lot of controversial stances, but I'm not even good. I'm like, fucking spousal abuse, that's no, it's just sick and wrong. I hate that
yeah.
shit.
Well, how's
controversial opinion time. Spousal abuse is fucking wrong.
Hey, look!
I was gonna make a joke saying how brave, but then again, in this day and age, maybe.
Maybe it is brave. You know, the worst part is that you always have people who justify it. It's like, oh, well, it happened once in the heat of the moment. It's like, no, it's never a one-time thing. Never. Never, never, never.
Nope.
Like, they do it once, they will do it again. Especially because then they'll be like, well, I wasn't punished the first time, so I'm free to do it again and again and again. And you see the story happen over and over again, over and over. Just fucking infuriating, man. I know, I take the controversial stance, the hard leftist stance of why don't we just treat people like people?
Crazy.
You know? Doesn't matter what, like, you know, gender they are or choose to be, or as long as they're not hurting anyone, we should just treat them like an actual human being instead of, you know, signing people into these fucking disgraceful, archaic, fucking middle-aged roles about, like, you know, oh, you're a woman, so you must be a homemaker.
And for some of them, it's because they literally can't get with anybody because they're fucking repulsive.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of interesting to
So they look at by proxy they end up looking at women as basically just objects.
I mean, it's kind of funny having this like actually, you know, important serious conversation over the Little Mermaid, which, you know, is about a person who basically sails out the ocean to get dick.
Yeah. I've said it before in the Kingdom Hearts stuff that Little Mermaid is probably the Disney movie I just don't like. I get like its importance in the Renaissance and shit of that era. I just don't like the movie.
Eric!
You never wanted to just sell out your entire home?
No.
I mean, yeah, but I want more than dick.
You're the one.
At least let me become a robot person.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah.
I want to be a robot made of chrome.
Then I'd be a robot man, and then I'd kill the person who invented the robot man technology, and then I'd be the only robot man, and I'd
Have the certainty of steel.
and I'd rule the world. Because who would stop me?
And that's when you learn about Robot Man 2.
I don't know if I go as far as ruling the world. I would sacrifice New Jersey though.
You see what I see?
But I mean, who wouldn't?
I think we should instead sacrifice Florida.
I mean, I'd sacrifice.
Don't worry, buddy. Climate change will get on that real quick.
I don't live in Florida, so I don't think I have the right to sacrifice them.
Don't need to. Give it a few years. It'll be underwater. I guarantee it.
Stop!
Just like we are now in the game.
Yeah. All this you see, this is New Jersey in the future. Oh, this is Florida in the future.
Future Florida.
Florida future is New Jersey.
I was gonna say Atlantica. Rising sea levels, you know, increased extreme weather.
You know, I was down in Florida. A couple places were pretty comfy.
For now.
Excuse me?
Wait till they're under the sea.
The little town across from the Space Center was actually kind of cozy.
So as I have heard even today, darling, it's better down where it's wetter.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans.
Wait, Ursula. You win. Just promise.
There you go, there's a Simpsons reference for you.
But we had a deal. Unless, of course, you're offering to take her place.
I'm afraid I have no choice.
Man, it's like, oh no, I have no choice. Man, you guys aren't like me. I don't give a fuck about your magic contract. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Just change your alignment from lawful to chaotic. Come on. Then you can just laugh at her and she's pissed about it.
But would Sora do better against Xehanort if he brought Sebastian with him?
No.
This is spirit animal.
Why?
You gonna get that bun the claw, Xehanort!
All you got to do is...
You just wanted one of us to do that, didn't you?
Yes.
Agwan!
Ruler of the seas now.
Go on, Breath One Sora.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 4's canon again. That's neat.
Yeah.
It is so far as Dimer is canon.
How dare you! Pitiful
Which, who knows at this point?
No idea.
Hey, that's enough.
No one knows. But you know what isn't canon? The bridge.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, but nobody ever pretended it was.
No, but people were actually contacting Toy to try and get them to make a bridge canon.
Yeah, but people do stupid, dumb things that will never happen.
And that's
all
why
the time.
Toy hates them so much.
I thought Toy hated them just because they're infringing on copyright and blah blah blah.
There's
It
a whole
clearly damaged.
There's a whole section of Dragon Ball fans who have only ever watched a bridge.
They were shaky on the copyright infringement, but it was that they kept getting like all these people talking and telling them they should make Super more like the bridge, which was apparently the last straw. And they're like, no, if your parody thing is more popular than the base show, forget it. That's why Little Karibo doesn't have as much trouble, because nobody's going to argue that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is like more popular than the thing that actually sells all the cards.
He's right, you know. I don't see Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged with like a brand new hot VTuber events. I don't know. A friend of mine who's into VTubers was saying, oh, they're doing a Master Duel thing. And then I looked at the decks they were playing. I was like, gross, gross, gross. I hate it. I'm out.
I only know a couple of VTubers.
I was like, oh, I don't know who any of them are, and I checked, I'm like, oh, Sky Strikers, gross. Elflich, gross. Life Twins, fuck no. I'm out. Call me when you play a real deck. Oh, there was a Pokemon thing that happened today. Anyway.
I'm not gonna lose her.
Right, we're with you all the way.
There was like the Pokemon Presents because it's Pokemon Day, whatever that actually
there's
is.
like some like
Yeah.
there's Pokemon Legends something.
Yeah, so there's the new Legends, and then there's also like a new stadium, or a stadium-like game.
Oh. Switch 2?
I don't know if they confirmed that. They just said, hey, this is coming out, or I don't know if when they said the new stadium comes out, but they said Legends 2, or the new Legends comes out late 2025, so assume November.
Alright, that's the last song number. Ursula's now defeated, now for the cutscene.
No, that's not the last song number if you only just beat Ursula.
Oh, there's another one? Okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll do that one in a second. For some reason, I only remembered the Ursula one. As
Yeah,
the
no,
last one.
there is one more.
That belongs to me.
All right then.
You know, though, I actually do like that. Give that back, it belongs to me. Good, and you can have it. Fucking shucks the goddamn trident through her stomach. I will say that was a good shot in the movie.
Sora knows how to beat these guys. It's especially egregious in this game because it's like, well, Ariel, you've been tricked by her before to do this exact same bullshit.
Yes, but this time it's going to be different.
Yeah,
Please, Ariel,
sure.
You can come out now.
This time she wanted dick.
This time she really, really wanted that dick.
I know there is a sequel to Little Mermaid, but I wonder if there's a sequel where, like, Ariel's just like, yeah, I kind of regret coming here. This place sucks.
Nah.
She was perfectly happy with sealing it away from the ocean for like a decade straight.
She was perfectly happy
with that.
And then the sequel is literally just the same story, but it's the daughter and she wants to go to the sea.
Well, I guess to be fair, Ariel did marry Spider-Man, so you know.
Time and I didn't work on my
She did.
swimming.
It was like his only two roles.
Well, I guess it's never
Eric
too
and
late to learn,
Spider-Man.
right?
Hey, but he does them well.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Except for like that one time when Rob Paulson was Eric instead for some reason.
Was that in the cartoon?
That was it. No, that was in like one of the movies.
It must have been like the second one.
It
then,
had to be the
surely.
second one because there was only 2 movies.
No, there was 3.
No, there's only 2, I'm pretty sure.
The third one? Fucking hell.
There is a third one. Yes, there's a third one is a prequel.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't remember this.
Oh, the third one is prequel, so maybe he wasn't in that. I don't know. I think he played him in the second movie for some reason. Which is weird because he was in like one episode of the cartoon, but like they never meet because they can't because the cartoon is also set before the movie.
Yeah, those cartoons were weird like that because the Hercules one.
So it's just like, you know, there's an episode with Eric and like, you know, they never meet. They come very close several times, but she never sees him.
And then you have the Aladdin one, which takes place after the movie, the second movie, actually.
Yeah, it takes place between Return of Jafar and the Prince of Thieves.
And then the Hercules one, which is entirely a prequel, but then also features like one episode where he meets Meg, but they both get mind wiped because, you know, can't create a time paradox.
And there's also one where he teams up with Aladdin, even though they shouldn't be remotely in the same time period.
Yeah, well, we don't think about that. At least it was a good episode. Even if the crux of it was Jafar being like, oh yeah, my guy could totally beat your dude who could, like, fucking lift up a continent.
And that's pretty much the exact same thing Lex Luthor and Joker had when they first teamed up.
Yeah, but, you know... The difference is Aladdin doesn't have access to, like, the convenient weakness to rob him of all of his strength to cheese the fight. I mean, I still think the funniest episode of, like, the Hercules cartoon is the one where they do Prometheus. And Herc finds out about Prometheus. It's like, wow, that's a really fucked up thing my dad did. So then he frees him, and then, like, there's this whole chase. And then, at the end of it, Zeus is like, oh yeah, I guess it was a pretty fucked up thing I did to Prometheus, huh? It just feels really weird when they're like, oh yeah, this horrible torture that Zeus subjected him to. And
it's like,
yeah,
I did chain you to a rock and have an eagle fucking eat you
every
on
day.
a daily basis.
But you know, we all have our bad days, man.
Just had a headache.
Look, it's good or bad on both. Yeah, I made some mistakes, you made some mistakes. It's good and bad on both sides.
Okay, he just had a headache. Dumbledore just had a headache. Okay, that's why he was. That's why he walked in saying, "What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?"
Oh, right, for that one scene in like one of the films where in the book he says he calmly said it, and then Michael Gambon was like, "What did you do?"
There's that, but that's also just a reference to that really bad fanfic. By Immortal.
Oh, I haven't read it.
Where like Dumbledore's first scene is him walking like, "What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?" And then it only gets bad from there. The best part is that Earl eventually like recently resurfaced, and they were like, "That was a joke," or she's like, "No, it was real. It was all real. I was really cringy as a teen.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I meant every word of it, and I very much regret it now."
Yeah, well, at least she owns it.
Yeah.
Because everyone is like, no one could possibly have really acted and believed all that. That had to be a joke, right? She's like, no, every word of it was real.
Yeah, people can be like that.
I really
Teenage.
Look, I really did see every non-goth as like this satanic enemy, and I really did wish Harry Potter was this goth kid named Vampire Potter.
Look, man, all teenagers are cringe.
True.
You start off as a base kid, then you become a cringe teenager, and then you become.
I mean, I wasn't when I was more instead. I don't know if that's better or worse.
You were still even then. You were cringe.
You were cringe.
You were cringe.
I was too generic to be cringe.
No.
Yeah, you were cringe.
That makes you the most cringe.
It was not Keck. It was cringe, father.
Yeah. But it is the case. Everyone's a dumbass when they're a teenager. That's the whole point of being a teenager.
Yeah.
Own it. Accept it. It's just, you know, some people have the sense to go, man, I was cringe as a teenager. Ha ha ha. And that's how you become based. I think. I don't know. I'll let you know when I figure it out.
I don't know. Something Riz Skibidi Toilet. I'm not sure.
Man, I do hate whenever a friend of mine like links me because he's like obsessed with sending clips, and sometimes will be like it's like VTuber stuff, and then it's like the titles are just nonsense. Like it's just fucking gibberish.
That
I'm sure
shit,
this makes sense to someone who's like like 10 years younger than me, but to
that
me it's like
that shit be bussin', yo.
A new pathway has opened.
What?
He got
What?
no Riz, no Cap.
yeah. I'm too
The
old
thing is,
for
I
this.
watched enough YouTube videos that I know what a lot of that.
I do actually know what some of them are.
I don't
Not
know
all
good
of
or
them.
bad.
I used to be with it, and then they changed what it is. Now what it is scares me.
And it'll happen to you. I mean, I've actually got to watch it
But in my
happen.
case, somehow I still know what it means, even though it sounds very strange.
I mean, I've gotten to see a sort of a version of that happening with Zoomers, where a lot of people can't deal with the fact that I'm sorry, PS3 by age is now considered retro. And people would like start like kicking and flailing about that. It's like, no, it's too new. It can't be. No, retro is a feel, and I'm. It's so fucking stupid.
I mean, I will agree that like there is very little difference between PS3 and PS5 beyond some minor pixel, speed things, as opposed to like something that was made in the '80s.
There's a lot more difference if you look at them, but like
that's just because technology peaked in like the 2010s, and we've yet to top that.
I'm gonna land in Mulan so I can save.
HD was a mistake.
You were a mistake, but we can keep you around anyway.
Do you know why HD was a mistake? Because it meant we get less Super Robot Wars.
True.
You know what? They're right. I think it's time to leave.
Yeah.